Let me see. Is this on? Welcome back. Raising Kanan aired last night, and they could have kept the recap. I mean, how did y'all feel about it? I was like, I want to see what happened next. I really didn't want to go back, but they did, and it's like, okay, like. Tell me something I don't know. I mean, they filled in a lot of blanks and stuff, but it's like, I already know Unique's back. I already know they don't know he's back. I think the previews and stuff like that, we already know that Unique is going to blame Rock or whatever, but we did not know that Marvin was handling business. Stefano done got Marvin into some mess. Now, we know he did because he didn't off the guy. He threatened the guy. And they know the threat is coming from Stefano. And he's a made guy. Like, I don't know if Stefano told him to tell him to be careful. But for him saying, like, stop being reckless with this guy's daughter, it's like, dude, I know who sent you. Rock got preggo. I was like, and I didn't know that they was going to show it, but she had a whole baby unaliving, and they actually like mentioned it. Like, okay, with the main character, they usually don't do that in series, and we knew that she had it because when I saw Juke driving her home, I said, oh, that's you need a designated driver to drive you home, and we will not release you until then. Driver. Yeah, I think I know too much. Anyway, Unique had went to a German Shepherd. Unique went to a veterinarian who compared him to a German Shepherd. So now the guy that he's staying with, I forgot his name, but he's like, oh, maybe he had some help. So they're assuming that Rock was in on it. Maybe that means Unique and Rock may come to an understanding later on in the situation, but y'all done effed up my romance. What? I know people don't have happy endings. I get it, but come on. Kanan is doing a whole project on his grandfather. They could have kept that whole shit. They could have kept it. Like, however, it was very important because we see the heartbreak it leads when men leave their children. Speaking of men leaving their children, we gonna have to talk later about Umar Johnson, but that is another situation. I'm sorry, that was fresh. It just like came up last night. All right, now Jukebox. Jukebox was hanging around the one that, messed up on Kanan's supply and, was unalive. She was with the father, and the father was a army guy. And she was asking him about the army, and he really did not he felt concerned for Jukebox. And now I'm like, this is not going to be a good look when she gets in the army. I'm going to tell y'all my predictions next week, but I'm just going to put it in there. I think something going to happen to her in the military, and I think it's going to have something to do with her status, meaning LGBTQ, meaning some man I think is going to try her. I'm telling you, it was just, he was like, they're not going to accept you pretty much. Now, I don't know if it's because she was black or because she is, liking other. But whatever reason, he was like, yo, stick to the singing, please. Jess came back, and it was so funny because I was watching it with my friend, and I was like, oh, the hoe's back. And he's like, what? I'm like, no, I said it right, the hoe. Because he was like, oh, you mean Famous' sister? The hoe. I don't like her for Lou. And then she kissing all on Lou. I'm like, why don't you go dig Crown back up and kiss on him, please? Because we don't need you over here. And Rock walked into a whole therapist. And it was just so weird because I'm looking at the therapist, like, the therapist is a little bit too green. The therapist is a little bit too, life is great, don't know what's going on. And I'm just like, this is a joke. It's a joke. It just was like a uneven dynamic. Rock would need one hell of a, she gonna need like an ex-pimp to be a therapist or something, because she needs somebody that is hardened. And somebody that's been through life. Like, that girl need to, like, if I was her boss, I'd be like, listen, go experience life and then maybe come back. Like, I don't care about all your schooling and your education and stuff like that. You're going to have to actually feel stuff in life. Because she looked like she ain't been through anything but a dry cleaner. I don't know. But that was pretty much it. It was short and sweet. I'm probably missing something. Let me look through my notes real quick. Marvin, I do want to talk about Marvin's father real quick. That was sad. Like, he was like, oh, I loved him more than anybody. And, his father, I guess he used to box, he used to sing, he used to do it all. Jack of all trades. These kids really looked up to him. So that was just, man, please stay in your kid's life. Like, I just, and I want to say Marvin's a monster, but he's not. He's a sweetheart. He's an angel. He's a whole illa. And I'm like, he's a sweetheart. He's an angel. I mean, in my book, Marvin, he's great. And Lou You know, he missed his dad too. Like, it don't matter who it is. They all miss their father. I wanted to hear what Rock had to say about the father, especially because something happened to Rock when she was younger, like younger. And this is before Detective younger. So I wanted to get to the bottom of that. And I think we are going to get to the bottom of that this series. We're going to hear how Rock was hardened in Jukebox. Interesting. Anyway, it's your girl, Amina Seen It. Yo, tell me what y'all thought about it. Comment down below. Let me know. Let's get this ball rolling. Welcome back, Raising Kanan.